Mother accused of masterminding Joshlin Smith's kidnapping. The Vredenburg Magistrate's Court on Monday heard that Joshlin Smith's mother was the mastermind behind her daughter's disappearance. The 6-year-old went missing on February 19th and has not been seen since. Her mother, Racquel Kelly Smith, left Joshlin and her brother Requin at home with their boyfriend, Jacquen Appollis, that morning before going to work. On March 5th, Smith, Appollis, and their friend Steveno van Rhyn were arrested, and 10 days later, Lourentia Lombaard was also taken into custody. They were all charged with human trafficking in persons for the purpose of exploitation and Joshlin's kidnapping. During their appearance yesterday, the state told the court that charges against Lombaard were dropped as she turned state witness. The summary of facts provided by state reveals Smith had planned to have her children removed or sold since August 2023, 6 months before Joshlin, a learner at Deersville Primary School, disappeared. The court document reads, Accused 3, which is Smith, communicated during August 2023 her plan to have her children taken away or sold. The plan was for this to happen in January or February. On Sunday, February 18th, accused 3 and Joshlin walked to a white motor vehicle that was parked nearby. An unknown female person alighted from a vehicle and conversed with accused 3. This woman handed something to accused 3. Accused 3 and Joshlin returned to the home. Later during this day, Appollis, Van Rhyn, Smith, and Lombaard discussed the plan and how the money would be divided. On Monday, February 9th, Smith informed Joshlin and Requin that they will not be attending school on that day. Accused 3 packed Joshlin's clothes into a bag and left to go to work. She left Requin, Joshlin, and the bag at home in the care of accused 1, which is Appollis. The document states later that day, Lombaard, Appollis, and Van Rhyn smoked into the house, and Joshlin and Requin were all at the house at that time. Later, accused 3 arrived at the house. Accused 3 took Joshlin and the bag she had packed earlier. They left the house on foot. Accused 3 and Joshlin got into a white motor vehicle that drove away. Later the same night, accused 3 started looking for Joshlin and reported her missing to the police. The police registered a missing person inquiry. The accused were arrested and detained on March 5th. The state will adduce evidence of documents and pointing out relating to Appollis and Van Rhyn. Despite ongoing investigations into the whereabouts of Joshlin, she has still not been found. The state alleges the accused had a common purpose and acted together to achieve that purpose, namely to commit the offense as charged. Or the accused person individually intended the unlawful criminal outcome, or for so, with reckless disregard, its possible realization, the paper read. The case has been postponed to January 31st for pre-trial in Western Cape High Court. On the other hand, Go brutally murdered, spaza shop looted in Northwest after shared remains of missing girl were found. An elderly woman has been brutally murdered at Magongong village in Taung, Northwest, after she was accused of being linked to the disappearance and subsequent murder of an 11-year-old girl. The girl disappeared on October 13th before her lifeless body was found. The Northwest Department of Community Safety and Transport Management said the elderly woman was accused of knowing the whereabouts of the young girl when the learner disappeared in the community. Following the discovery of the murdered girl, tempers boiled over and the old woman was brutally killed and her property torched. Northwest MEC for Community Safety and Transport Management versus Mongweng is appearing for calm in the community in the wake of the murders, torching of property, and looting of a tuck shop. The shared, lifeless body of the missing girl was discovered. An elderly woman accused of knowing her whereabouts of the young girl was killed and her property touched, saying Morweng. Morweng has strongly condemned the criminal activities within the community and called for calm. He pleaded with the community to allow police to do their work to apprehend the culprits of this dastardly act, the murder of the child. I humbly plead with the community of Magongong not to take the law into their own hands and urge police to ensure that they leave no stone unturned. We must to get to the bottom of this horrendous incident. I also urge on those with information to report to the police so that the perpetrators are speedily brought to book, said Morweng. No arrests have been effected so far, and the motive behind the murder of the 11-year-old child remains unknown. Police investigations are underway, while police visibility in the area has been heightened to monitor the situation. And lastly, Gogo paid hitman $20,000 and got her ex-boyfriend's lover murdered ruthlessly. The High Court in Northwest, sitting in the Klerksdorp Regional Court, has sentenced 26-year-old hitman Monokwa Malewu to life imprisonment for murder and an additional 7 years in jail for attempted murder. National Prosecuting Authority NPA spokesperson in Northwest, Steveno said the mastermind behind the murder, Maseso Clementina Kokama, 64, received a life sentence for murder and 15 years for conspiracy to commit crime in violation of the Riotous Assemblies Act. Moketi Petras Lesotho, 47, a Lesotho citizen, was also sentenced to life imprisonment for murder of 15-year-old for conspiracy to commit crime under the same act. The court ruled that all sentences would run concurrently with the life sentences imposed on each accused, said Kunya. The charges stem from a tragic incident that occurred in Kanana, a township in Klerksdorp. Evidence presented in court revealed that the 64-year-old Kokama was in a relationship with Dinga Dlamini, which ended poorly, leading to their separation. Shortly after, Dlamini became romantically involved with Nonzame Ontwana, which Kokama did not take well, Kunya narrated. Driven by jealousy and anger, she, Kokama, orchestrated a hit on Ontwana. On April 1, 2022, while Ontwana was having dinner at home with Dlamini, there was a knock at the door. When Dlamini opened the door, the hitman Malewu indicated he was there to see Ontwana. He then shot her multiple times, killing her instantly. Dlamini was also injured in the attack. The court heard that the murder was premeditated and that Kokama had paid $20,000 to have the hit carried out. Malewu and Kokama were arrested on April 8, 2022 and have been in custody since, said Kunya. The accused number 3, Lesotho, was apprehended on February 17, 2023. Following his arrest, the NPA said Malewu voluntarily confessed to his involvement in the crime in a statement given to Captain Olihile Mokai. In court, the prosecution, led by Advocate Kokeleto Petru, emphasized the rise in violent crimes, particularly against women. The prosecution urged the court to impose the harshest sentence. In sentencing the trial, Judge President of the Northwest Division, Ronald Hendricks, denounced contract killings, which he said are among the most egregious crimes. Reacting to the sentence, the director of the public prosecutions in the Northwest, Dr. Racquel Kelly, has welcomed the sentences and praised the efforts of police, prosecutors, and all stakeholders involved in securing the convictions. We stand united in our resolve to ensure justice is served, and we reiterate that violent crimes will not be tolerated, said Makari. And that's all from Angels Crime. Stay tuned to our ASEC crime and correctional updates.